Longtime TV talk show host Phil Donahue has died at the age of 88. His cause of death was not disclosed, although his family said he passed away peacefully following a long illness. Donahue is credited with popularizing a talk show style where he, as host, would interact with a studio audience. The format was so successful it spawned many imitators, most notably Oprah Winfrey. And sometimes Donahue would take the show on the road.
That was like right here, November of 1990, he came to Kennebunkport to get the attention of its most recognizable resident. Richard Rose was there. Take a look.
Phil Donahue's road show is a hit in Kennebunkport, in part because Donahue is no stranger playing to the crowd.
If you haven't been here, when you come, you're not going to want to go home. This is Kennebunkport, Maine.
But there were no cross-dressing lobstermen or male strippers today. The topic instead, members of the military who refused to serve in the Persian Gulf. If they thought they would get sympathy at the American Legion Hall, the commander set them straight.
Up there that will not fight the United States of America is a bunch of goddamn cowards. And I mean it. I mean every goddamn bit of it. If they had stopped this in 1938, you wouldn't have had a World War II. You just shut up a minute. I'm telling you.
Your generation. We are new generation.
You know how the people in Maine are, polite, courteous.
Oh, I'm very polite.
Outside the hall, a truly more polite display as war protesters quietly held up signs demonstrating the growth of the anti-war movement.
You're taking your education.
I didn't get $1 for education.
To this country.
I didn't get $1 for education. I got.
The hallmark of a Donahue show is the audience taking on the guests. And if the audience can't make their point well enough, Donahue can and will.
Please tell these tax-paying Americans what is the truth, and that is that there is no such thing as a surgical bombing. That's an oxy. It is true.
That's true. You want to know?
When the show airs tomorrow, it will be one of the most prominent attempts made in the media to portray the anti-war sentiment. And if the message isn't appreciated, Donahue already has a destination in mind.
I mean, if the American people don't care about this, then maybe it's time to get a hold of one of those fishing boats and... Take a few bucks. I'm figuring Iceland for me. I'm going to Iceland.
Didn't know how things were going to go there for a second. So that was Richard Rose reporting in 1990. And by the way, the staff of New Center Maine helped to put on that production.
Pretty interesting. And that veteran who was very outspoken got a lot of messages of support from people all across the country. Phil Donahue was 88 years old.